So hello friends, welcome back to our channel Geologica. We are here dealing with the sedimentary petrology MCQs from the book Shakil Ahmed. So till now, in the previous two videos, we have discussed question number 48. Now we will see next questions such as the question number 49th. So here what it is asking? It is saying that in what important way do current ripples look different from the oscillation ripple marks, and you have the four options. Out of those, the correct one is the fourth one, in which the current ripple marks are asymmetrical, while the oscillation ripple marks are symmetrical. You can see the third option, in which it is saying that current ripple marks have angular crest, whereas oscillation ripple marks are smooth on top. So it is somewhere in some cases it is correct, but if we see the large quantities in the ripple marks of the different areas, then you will find out that every oscillation ripple is not smooth on the top. That's why here fourth option is our right answer. Then question number 50th is, which one of the following materials is most likely to dominate a horizon of the residual soil? So if we consider the different horizons of the residual soil, the quartz is the most dominant part in the A horizons. Then you have the next question number 51. When a conglomerate contains particles that are sharp and angular, it will be known as the breccias. So breccias and conglomerate have although the same size of the particles, but in the breccias they are sharp and angular. Then you have the next question number 52. Sediments that are composed primarily of organic remains of plant and animals. So these type of sediments or particles are known as the biogenic, as they are the result of the biological activities. Then detritus, these are simply the sand particles which are composed of rock fragments. Then you have the question number 53. A conglomerate is most likely to have been lithified by either compaction, hydrolysis, and another two options are leaching and cementation. So most of the sedimentary rocks are lithified by the cementation. Leaching is not a lithification process, and as you know that compaction is simply when we increase the overburden pressure, the grains are come close together, that is known as the compaction. So here fourth option, cementation, is the right one. Then you have another question. The decaying organic matter that make up most of the O horizons in a residual soil is called. So as I have already told, in the A horizon most of the matter is quartz. In the O horizon the material is known as the humus, or you can alternatively say the humus horizon simply. Then next question is, when feldspar decomposes as a result of reactions with water and acid, the most common residual product is. So by the weathering of feldspar, the most common product is your clay minerals, like you have the kaolinite, illite, montmorillonite type of the clay minerals. Then you have the next question 56. Bioturbation is a process by which either limestone is deposited in shallow parts of ocean, sediment become disturbed after it is deposited, plant roots which expand in rock, and none of the above. So what happens is that whenever there is deposition of the sediments, suddenly due to some changes either by the earthquake, tsunamis, or whatever are there, because of that change the sediments become disturbed, and this process is known as your bioturbation. So this is the very important term, keep remembering. Then question number 57th is, a gap in sequence of sedimentary rock that represents a hiatus in the record of geological time is known as. So this is simply known as the unconformity. I hope most of you are already known this. Then question number 58th one is, which of the following features is not considered a primary feature of bedding in sedimentary rocks? So here the correct answer is geodes. Soil marks are the primary feature as they form during the deposition of the sedimentary rock. Mud cracks are also the cracks, and finally graded bedding is also considered as the primary feature of beddings. While the geode is not the primary feature, it is considered as the secondary feature. Then next question is a paleosol is. So paleosol is, as you can see, it is consist of two words, paleo and sol. So paleo means the ancient, sol means soil. So it is an ancient soil which is now buried. If you have seen our last 2-3 videos, I have shown one research paper related to the paleosol minerals. What are the different minerals, conditions for those minerals? So like you have the kaolinite, which is formed in the rainfall areas. So those paper is specifically for the minerals which are occurring in the paleosol. Then you have the question number 60th is, the geologist reports that a particular sediment is well sorted. What does he mean by this? Whenever we uses the term well sorted, that means simply all the grains, all the sediments, whatever are there, they are of equal size or same size. That's why here second option will be our right answer, that most of the sediment particles are of same size. Then next question is, the most common minerals in sand size sediment is. So in the sand size sediment, it is simply sand. Sand means the quartz, and hence fourth option is our right answer. Then 62 question is, chalk, tufa, coquina and travertine are names applied to the different varieties of which rock, either limestone, sandstone, mudstone or evaporite. So these are the varieties of limestone, and more specifically coquina. It is the limestone which is highly fossiliferous. If you are getting very much fossils in any limestone, simply you can call it as coquina. Then flowstones in cave is composed primarily of the minerals. So flowstones are composed of calcite. Here what happens is, such as let us assume this is a cave, and because of continuous dropping of water from the ceiling, something structure something like these are formed. These are known as the speleothems, and these are consist of calcite. So that's why here fourth option is our right answer. Then next question is, sediment deposit near a glacial running water is easy to distinguish from till because it is. So according to book, the correct answer is well sorted, but glacial deposits are mainly poorly sorted. So I have no explanation for this question. If you have, you can write in the comment box. Then question number 65th is, a desert pavement form as a result of. So desert pavement forms as a result of the selective removal of sand sized particle by the wind. So what happens is, in any desertic areas there are a lot of particles. Some are smaller, sand size, silt size, or some are obviously greater, boulder, pebble, cobble size. But whenever there is flow of wind, the small particles, sand sized particles are easily removed, while the big particles are left behind, what is known as the desert pavements. Then 66th question is, most of the sand that form beaches along the coast, it is derived from the river carrying sediments of the continent. Second option is our right answer. Then question number 67th is, which of the following rock features reflect the source of constituent sediments? So this is simply the analysis of sediments. What type of analysis can be done to get the source rock? What is the source of that sediment? So we can analyze by using the texture, by using the physical structure of the sediments, and by using the mineral content of that sediment. As you know that quartz is highly resistant, but other minerals cannot resist themselves from the weathering. So if we are getting minerals which can be weathered easily, that means source rock is very near, and by the mineral composition we can depict or we can interpret what type of rock can be there. So here fourth option, all of the above will be our right answer. Then next question is the accumulation of solid fragments which are produced by weathering. They are called as the alteration sediments. But we will not use the term clastic. Clastic is a rock. As we see about the sedimentary rocks, then simply we said these are the clastic rocks and non-clastic rocks. So clastic is a rock, while the alteration sediments is the fragments which are produced by the weathering. So here it's all about for today. Thank you. In the next video we will see some next questions, and I hope by the 2 more videos we will complete this chapter of this book Shakil Ahmed, and then we will move to the next chapters. Thank you.